a young professional, or maybe you're also early retirement age and you're thinking suburbs might not just be for you. I don't blame you. It can get downright boring in some of the outskirts of the greater Phoenix area. Not lying. You're looking for something a little bit, pick with your step. Something trendy, something restaurants, activities, events, entertainment, all kinds of things, from shopping, from friends visiting. I'm telling you, if you call Scottsdale home, everyone in the world is going to want to come and visit you. Just be prepared. Look, we're going to break it down in the Old Town area. When you're looking to buy a home just under $1 million, what can you get? Where and what to look for. You're going to love some of the exploring that we take you on in this video, so don't go anywhere. We enjoyed it. We know you will too. All right, if you are thinking of being near Old Town, I think it's super, super important that you understand the heavy saturation of tourism and how that affects your lifestyle. Some people want to live in all the craziness. Some people really want to live a little quieter life. So living nearby Old Town, you're definitely going to see a massive amount of tourists from college age all the way up to about 35, 40 years old. When it starts to become spring training, then it's going to be a much higher age. But I'll be honest with you, most of the travelers that come to Scottsdale, because it's the #1 tourist destination in the greater Phoenix area, go further north, more resorty, more golf, etc. But Old Town is saturated with short-term rentals. I love this website. It's called airdna.co. And this site will tell us exactly where the short-term rentals that are currently registered with the big players, Airbnb, VRBO, etc. You can see the heavy concentration. This lower part is Old Town area, and then the further northern part is going to be kind of Kierland, where the golf tournaments are, etc. So we're talking in this video about the southern part of Scottsdale. Look at the volume of short-term rentals in this area. Now, as you can see, Scottsdale is actually kind of narrow here. If we go just on the other side of the boundaries, let me type in over here, Phoenix, you're going to see just as many, if not more. Look at the volume, the sheer volume of short-term rentals in this area. So if you live in Scottsdale or in a Phoenix address in this area, you are going to again be saturated by massive amounts of tourism. What does this mean? It means longer lines. It also means more traffic. It means a lot of shenanigans. This is also where the clubs and the nightclubs and the big party buses, and you see those. I mean, it is fun, and it's nice to be close but not live in it. So when you're shopping in this area, you're not really looking in Old Town. So we're going to break it down. We're going to show you 4 amazing homes that look amazing online, but maybe not so much in person. So we're going to go just north of Old Town, and I'll tell you, this is really one of the reasons why people love this particular area is all the green, the parks and activities and amenities that are right here just north of Old Town. We're talking about pickleball courts, we're talking lakes and the dog parks, we're talking golf courses, all kinds of parks, and just fun. I mean, if you're really an outdoor person, this is a fantastic place to walk your dog, ride your bike, do inline skating, whatever. There's so many meetup groups and just people that hang out at these parks. And this is one of the greener parts of Scottsdale. You'll find that Scottsdale is very conscious of natural Arizona desert environment, and the city has been very state of the art, super involved with the people that own homes here in Scottsdale to offer all kinds of rebates, etc., to make their homes more desert friendly, if that makes sense. This is a very unique community. I'll tell you, when you're just driving in, you don't feel like you're in Scottsdale. Like I said, this is one of the areas that has a lot of greenery, a lot of mature trees, but one of the things I love about it is that we don't see a lot of the tree roots. Like, again, these homes are built anywhere from the 60s to the 80s in this particular area. And you want to be very conscious of the underground plumbing and the tree roots in older homes. Now, some of you may laugh depending on where you're coming from. We think the home built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s is an older home. And again, where you might be coming from is like 100 years old. But anyways, Super charming, quaint home. This home has been used as a short term rental, not only with this current owner, but also the previous owner. It's a beautiful 1980s home that I'll tell you just doesn't feel like Arizona. It has beautiful grass, beautiful trees, and it kind of just has a very, I don't know, Tuscan woodsy feel about it. But when you go out into the backyard, I'm just telling you, it's very cozy, very comfy. This is again about 1,700 square feet. These are all again just under 900,000. And this home, walkability to almost everything, bikeable to almost everything, fantastic freeway access. And I'll just tell you, it felt like home when we walked through this house. So this one actually got a thumbs up from everyone. House number two. We were so excited to see this one because online it looked amazing. But as we drove up, we realized how close it was to a main road. So looking at this map gives you, again, a better idea. It looks like it's not a busy street, but it was a pretty busy street. And even though when we were in the backyard, it didn't feel, you couldn't really hear it. I don't know, the front yard just didn't have a lot of places for guests to park. If you had friends over, although we loved the front little courtyard, we were wondering why there was some bars up in that area. But I'll tell you, this home won our hearts hands down for the backyard and the design aspects. Now, here's the other part about buying an older home. So many people focus on the beautification of a home, as in this house is absolutely beautiful. But as we got down really, really close and we looked at the pool, we looked at the pool needing some major work. This pool is well beyond its blaster's life at the bottom of the pool. And so you're going to need to remodel the entire pool, which involves draining the pool, which needs to be done in cooler weather. They come in with a jackhammer, and I would highly recommend anyone that's remodeling a pool to remodel with Pebble Tech, put all new stonework, because that jackhammering, it loosens up all the stones or the tiles that are already on there. Also, the cool deck. That was kind of a thing of the 90s. And let me tell you, a cool deck was only, from like 120 degrees on your feet, it would go down to about 110, maybe 105. Here's the thing, guys, though, you still can't stand on it in the summer. So people are kind of going to pavers or concrete, different types of some things that are just a little bit more modern. And you can expect for a pool this size and the deck, you're going to be looking at a minimum of $25,000 improvement needed for this backyard. So this one, for the reason of on a busy street and also needing about $25,000 worth of work, we just decided this wasn't it. So this one got a thumbs down. House number three. House number three was a little bit pricier, and it was just outside of Scottsdale in one of the more desirable Phoenix areas. Again, this is near the Phoenix Mountain Preserve. So you have beautiful mountain views and access to these trails. I'll tell you, one of the best night hikes is on this mountain preserve. It is very central. You can get to anywhere, anytime you need, north, south, east, west. I mean, the views are insane. This part of Phoenix, too, is not as flat as the rest of the greater Phoenix area, including Scottsdale. And so some of the homes are actually elevated so you can look down in the valley and have some beautiful night views and, of course, out in the distance, mountain views. This particular home was in the flatter part at the base of a mountain, which was absolutely stunning. And I'll tell you, the aesthetics of this home was outstanding. You really can't tell in this video, but I literally tripped up into the house. And then as I was looking back at my footing to see what I tripped on, I tripped on another one. So this home was built in the 70s. And they've definitely moved some walls to make it more open. But unfortunately, what happens is now all of these different elevations are exposed. So if you have small children or elderly parents, I'm telling you, this home was dangerous. All of us were literally cracking our toenails because we had open-toed shoes on, or we were tripping up or tripping down. The kitchen was it looks beautiful. Sometimes things aesthetically look amazing. And then when you look at it, you're like, what's wrong with this picture? The refrigerator didn't fit in the cabinetry, and the little appliance door didn't come down to cover the appliances. Some of the afterthought, I should say. It was quite entertaining. We all laughed. We had a good time at this house, but it just didn't win our hearts, I'll be honest with you. So all of us, we were like, no go. All right. So moving on to number four. This one, I'll tell you, house number four looked really good. We were heading back over to Scottsdale. And I'll tell you, just the overall location, it was really nicely central. And so we were really excited about seeing this one. Here's where I'm going to tell you it's great to not live in an HOA, and it's not great to live without an HOA. As we're driving down the street, we were like, oh, this is such a nice, charming street. Oh, wow. I like that blue, but I don't know if I like the whole house that blue. And right next door is a big boat, nice boat, but big boat in the front, workman's truck, RV in the backyard. So we already knew going into this house that this isn't going to be ideal for him. But let me tell you, as we walked through that front door, we had a blast of cigarette smoke smelling. This was not fresh cigarette smoke. This is clearly from somebody that smoked in the home for 10 years ago, perhaps. What needs to be done is literally the entire interior needs to go down to the 2x4s, and you need to put in all new drywall. The entire interior was completely remodeled, but all they did was put paint, and we could smell it. I'm an ex-smoker. I'm embarrassed to tell people that, but at least I don't smoke anymore. And I have to tell you, I could smell it. And then when I went in the backyard, I was like, what's that? Holy moly. Like, again, if you want an Airbnb, this is good. If you want to live there permanently, not so good. And so not only do you have this ginormous storage container in the back, but we're also right down the street from high school. We can see the football lights. Let me tell you, there's going to be parking issues when there's things going on at the school. There's going to be crowds cheering. There's going to be lights appearing in your backyard. So this is where the neighborhood is so important. I'll tell you, shopping in the South Scottsdale area is so much fun. You never know what you're going to get. And it takes a great deal of experience and knowledge of the area and understanding what your client needs. This is all about you, not about me. It's all about you. So we want to know what's important to you, what risks you're willing to take, what comfort level you have, what your boundaries are. We're not going to take you out to a home that doesn't work for you. And we're going to get you the perfect home when we nail it down. All right, guys, we want to hear from you. Pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona, and we want to be your source of the sources. So reach out even a year, 2 years in advance. Give us a call. We cannot wait to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see y'all soon. Bye.